Welcome, you guys. I apologize for a little bit of my discombobulation. Still trying to recover from Airgun Expo. It's been a bit of a challenge to get my feet back under me after that week and everything that follows after it. So, first of all, this is live. If you guys would like to join in and get in the discussion, hey there, Daniel. Nice that you're up here with us. Please jump in and let's talk air guns. And tonight's topic is what's next for Airgunners, and that actually is a couple things in that sort of capacity I want to talk about tonight. First off, this is probably going to be the last episode we do here on YouTube, and let me tell you why. At least for Airgunwebtv. I had hoped to go down to the range tonight and show you guys some of the cool stuff that sort of left over from Airgun Expo and kind of some more information on the cool products and everything. And I remembered that according to YouTube, handling anything that's a weapon they consider a firearm or anything is against their community guidelines. Now, technically it says you can't handle a firearm during a live stream, and despite my many communications with them, thank you, Logan. I don't think the 20 is coming back, but we can talk about that here in a minute. Despite my communication and really pleading with them to just define what is a firearm. Do you see airguns as a firearm? And they refuse to do so, but because of the ignorance of people or the purposeful malicious intent, I don't know what it is. They just will terminate your stream, cut you off, do whatever you're doing, and it puts your channel in jeopardy. And so I have a lot invested in this channel, and my sponsors have a lot invested in this channel. And so to preserve that, I'd rather just say done with it. I believe the Airgun guys, myself and Travis, and probably Angie, so the Airgun guys and gals and guests, will probably come up here every other week and do stuff where we're not actually going to handle or demonstrate or show any airguns. We'll just talk as we normally would. But I am going to bring back sort of the live studio back at the range, and we'll start actually looking at some cool products. And, we may actually review a gun live or something like that. But I'll be doing that on Facebook, at least for the short term. And I'm working on a way where we can actually have this on my website. So what I am working towards here shortly is really developing the airgunweb.com as that repository, or at least all my stuff, all of Angie's stuff will be there. And also we'll be working with the Gateway to Airguns to have that material secured. So you'll be able to just go there and watch it. You won't have to go to Facebook or have to go to YouTube to see it. You can log right in there and we'll be able to have it live right there for you. So that's what we're working towards. I don't know when I'll have that ready, but it'll be soon. But as far as the Airgun Web TV Live, I do want to get back to talking about airguns, showing you guys the details, having them in my hands, and just don't want to deal with YouTube and their attitude and ignorance. I'm going to assume it's ignorance with regards to this. Now, I emailed back and forth, like I said, and their response was, it violated our community guidelines. I said, how? Well, we don't put every example of how it would, but you violated. Okay, how? They never could give me an answer, nor would they define. Do you say an air gun is a firearm? They would not define that, nor would they give me a clear direction. So if they can't give me a clear direction and they're not willing to define something as simple as do you see an air gun as a firearm, then I don't see where there's any point to try and push that boulder uphill. So going forward, please know all the Airgun Web TV stuff, we'll be doing it over on Facebook. And we'll probably publish it like we have been over on Airgun Web TV after the fact. So definitely, if you're not subscribed to that channel, please know that I've got a bunch of channels on YouTube, and we're going to be developing those out this year. Airgun Web TV is where all of our Airgun Web TV episodes are going, our hunting videos, anything that's lifestyle related sort of videos will be going over there. The gear stuff that's not an airgun review will be on Modern Airgunner. That's compressors and scopes and all the other stuff. And then the old school Airgun reviews will be on Airgun Web. So we're going to be filtering out that content, probably shuffling a bunch of it around. So if there's different things that you like over another, then please, subscribe. Please subscribe to those channels, because we're going to be putting the content that's related to those channels on their channels, and just keeping Airgun Web as raw Airgun reviews. And then on airgunweb.com, everything can come together. You can just watch it there. Hi, Angie. It's nice to have you up here. So Daniel is asking a question. So let's jump into a few questions, and then that's not the only thing. What's next for Airgunners? I got some more things on the plate here, and please feel free to ask questions on any topic Airgun related. And if I know the answer, I will be very pleased to jump in and talk to you about it. First of all, Logan, on the 20 cal, I know everybody likes the 20 cal, especially the old school shooters. It's a niche caliber. It's not going to come back. There are some 20 cal pellets, but with what people were able to do with 22 and 25 and 30 and so forth, I don't see the 20 as ever coming back. So love it, enjoy it, shoot it while you can. Buy all the pellets you can in 20 caliber, because I think at some point it's going to become a loss for the people to make them, and it's just not going to have the popularity. It is got great ballistics, but it's too niche, and it's not going to go mainstream. So I know people love it. Okay, you're gonna have to just suck that one up. All right. So Daniel's asking, if I pump my PCP inside my house where it's 75 degrees and it's 90 degrees, will that affect my gun? Not really. No, I don't think you're going to have any problem. It's not enough of a change to matter. I wouldn't worry about it. So let me take a drink of tea here. Okay. Any other questions? Just throw them in there. Angie, I should have let you come up tonight, but that's all right. We'll get you up here again shortly when I'm back in the studio, and you can show off some of your cool new air guns that you got to take home from Airgun Expo. That was pretty cool. I know you got some cool stuff that you got to take home. So I just did a video that dropped yesterday on the new Venturi Avenger Woodstock. First of all, I think that what we're seeing in the market right now is awesome. We've got guns that are performing exceptionally well with tremendous feature sets that are delivering great shot count, great power, great accuracy, and they're doing it at a price point where I kind of scratch my head and I don't know how they're doing it. Because, it may cost them $180 or $150 to build the gun, but by the time you've paid shipping fees, customs fees, any duties, tariffs, whatever, and then you've got this infrastructure to support the promotion sales of it, to then still be able to sell that product at $430 and make a profit, and even have space in there for dealers to purchase. That is pretty amazing what they're able to do. Let me jump in a couple questions here. All right, so we do have some questions. I'll get back to the video here in a minute. So Jackson, can't find any information on adjusted trigger on Hatsan Blitz. Never shot the gun. If it uses the Quattro trigger, I don't know what it has in there. If it does, there's 3 screws. It's really simple. Now, simple as to what the screws do, and as compared to adjusting them to do what you want, that's a whole nother story. There's an art to adjusting triggers most of the time. So I would say call Hatsan and see if you can get some help from those guys. Mark is asking, what's your opinion on the Umrex Synergist 177? The one I had shot great. I think it's a little heavy, a little front heavy. So for me, it's not a gun I'm going to go out and shoot all day. I think it was a noble effort on their part. But I think it's a little heavy for my taste. So it shot fine for me, though. The accuracy was fine for me. Power was a little off. It was a little less than on the power, but if you like it under lever, multi-shot, it's probably a pretty good option for that. We have another, all right, Flash Gordon, from Northern Ontario. Hi there, guy. Stay warm. You're probably pretty warm right now. We're boiling down here. Okay, back to what's new for Airgunners. We'll go back to the Avenger here for a second. Okay. So again, you're looking at a gun that is at the $430 price point. and it's delivering, you know, feature sets that you kind of I scratch my head and go, how are they doing this? Well, they're building it to a price point. So if you were to look at the internals on the Avenger and you look at the internals on an FX, okay, or another high-end fully adjustable gun, obviously the difference is going to be pretty noticeable. Somebody was just knocking. I don't know if they're coming in. So the materials and the build quality, once you pop that out of the stock and look, you're going to see a difference between a high-end gun and an entry-level gun. Now, when you're shooting it and what you get on paper, that's where the difference sort of fades away. At least within 50 yards, it's pretty much going to be very, very similar. As you stretch out, that's where things start to change a little bit. I was shooting the Catron yesterday. I don't know how to pronounce it, so if Air Max is out there can tell me how to pronounce, if it's Catron, I don't know. It's that short little rail gun that Utah Airguns gave us for the show. I was shooting that last night, and you know, that is just 25 cal, awesome. That's a 100-yard gun. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put some paper out, but that's, if you know how to shoot it, and that is really have good technique on the follow through, then you can probably get 1 inch all day with that gun at 100 yards. It is that awesome. So I'm pretty impressed with that. But to see guns like the Avenger at that price point delivering that kind of performance, that is pretty impressive. No, they're around 80 degrees. That would be nice. That was a flash up there in Ontario. What do you think of the FX Dreamline Classic in 25 cal? I had a Streamline. So first of all, FX, if you guys are watching, John out there, you know, buddy, I'd love to be playing with your guns, but I also know you don't have any inventory. So when you do get inventory, please give me a call and let's get some of your guns on the channel so we can review them for people. My experience with FX is they're really good air guns. My experience with FX also is that you sort of need to either have somebody that you're going to have, that you're confident in having the repair work done, or you're going to need to learn how to do maintenance yourself. They are, from what I understand from everyone that's ever told me about it, they're sort of maintenance intensive. Not that that's a bad thing. You just sort of go into it realizing that, you know, a Marauder's got like a half a dozen O-rings. It's a little more than that. But you go to Captain O-Ring, it's $12. You get 3 sets in 20 minutes. You can rebuild the gun. You're not going to have that with an FX. So I believe you're going to spend a lot more time if you do need to rebuild it or find leaks or whatever it is. You're going to have a lot more into it that way. But as far as the performance and how they shoot and the fit and finish, and that was all ever that I've had with FX has always been very, very good. I recently sold, I had a Boss 30. That was just a phenomenally good shooting gun. I just didn't shoot it enough. So there was a guy I sold it to, and I'm hoping he's really enjoying it. And then I had the Streamline in 25 cal that I eventually sold. And I was pushing 950 foot-pounds. That was certainly a 1 inch at 70 yards all day. Really, really good. Had that good accuracy and velocity. It was pretty awesome. So, okay. So, I'd like to know if you guys, let's just throw a question out there. Maybe somebody wants to jump in. What has you guys most excited so far this year in airgunning? We just came out of Airgun Expo, and I don't know if you guys have seen the videos. Let me just throw this up real quick. I'm going to flip over to here. Okay, so I don't want to show you that. I want to show you that. All right, so this is the website for the Airgun Expo. So if you guys are throwing questions up now, I can't see you, so bear with me here in a minute. All of the videos have been published here. So if you want to see, first of all, check this out. So if you go over to Umarex USA's, we called it the virtual booth, you can see all the videos we did for him that day, which was awesome. So we had Mark was up on our roundtable. Here's the range segment, which actually played with the Surge Max, and then you can enter to win it. So, of course, there's the awesome. My next video for Umarex is going to be the Gauntlet 2, so you guys stay tuned for that. That's pretty awesome. So we get down here to, here it is. So here's the giveaway. If you guys would like to win a Surge Max Elite, all you got to do is fill that out. You're all set. So excuse me, definitely check that out. But if you want to see any of the videos, all you need to do is just go to the home page, and you can zip down to here and see all of the range day videos for the entire week in one place. So here's all of the videos, which were pretty awesome. There's a whack load of them. And if there's any particular company you want to learn more of, say like, hey, I didn't know anything about cattleman guns, you can click on their logo, and it's supposed to go, there it is, to their webpage here. And of course, it's got their video, and then it's got, more videos about, their products and stuff. So you guys can learn a lot about all the companies that presented. Okay, you can, here's the video, more videos, but here's all the videos that were sponsors. So one of the guns that I thought was really cool, and you talk about what's new, or what I was like, the topic of this show today is what's new for Airgunners. I think there's going to be a return back to the 177, which has me kind of excited. And this video we did with JSB. No, it's not here. Sue didn't put it up here. All right, well, I should look at this stuff before the show. But we took this gun here, which is the Stealth Carbine and 177, and we ran it through with the new, let me go to their page here, Predator. We ran it with the new JSB slugs, this video right here. This was awesome because these knockout slugs in 177 shot so well out of this gun, it turned it into a 100-yard gun. So, I mean, to me, that's impressive. A 177 buck in the wind and accurate at 100 yards. That was pretty stinking cool. So, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a look at the website and all the footage. And here's something real cool too. So, if you go to a vendor or a sponsor and you say, gosh, I want to know more about them, you can go to their pages, and right here you can actually fill this out, what kind of inquiry it is, and you're reaching out directly to that sponsor. So if you want to talk to Joe over at JSB, or you want to talk to the folks over at FIREARMS or Air Venturi or whatever it is, or me there at Airgun Pro Shop, all you got to do is just go down to the bottom of the page, and way down at the bottom of this page, and fill this form out, and it comes right to me, or right to the the appropriate person. So please, you go ahead and make use of that. We did this site, and this site's going to stay up until the next show. And yes, we're already starting to look and plan about the next show now, whether that's going to be later this year or we'll wait till next year in May. Not quite sure yet, but we are looking to already start planning for the next show. So if you guys have ideas, we've got this feedback form on the page. Please use the feedback form. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you didn't like, because we want to know both so we can do better. Because ultimately, it's for you guys. We want to bring you what is cool. Please go, if you haven't already, enter to win the Umrex Surge Max Elite. Please go enter that contest to win that gun. Because that would be awesome. And also, I got a video that's going to drop tomorrow that we're going to use on my homepage where, excuse me, we'll have it where, oh good, we got lots of questions. That's awesome. I'm going to be giving, or I should say, Gateway to Airguns and Airgun Web Media Group is going to give away 1,000 pellets to the winner of the Surge Max Elite. So not only will you get the gun, we're going to send you 1,000 pellets too. So that's a pretty cool thing. We don't want you to get a gun and they can't shoot it. That would suck. But you're going to have both. So please go to the website and sign up to win that free air gun. Okay. All right. So let me go up here. Let's see. Let's see. Excited about the new Beam and Underlevered. Yes, Derek was just mentioning that. That was really a surprise. I know Angie's got a video dropping Saturday on that. So you guys, if you're not subscribed to the Airgun Pro Shop YouTube channel, get subscribed to that channel, because Angie does a bunch of cool videos there. And the Beam and Underlever is going to be one of the next ones. So definitely get that. Yes, the new Venturi with stock. Let's see, the grease gun. Can't wait to get that one. If you're one who've purchased the original Avenger with plastic stock, this is a big question, okay? I don't know, but I mean, come on, if it's a drop-in replacement, they're going to make it available. It may not be immediately because they want to get the new product out, but you can buy Marauder stocks, I'm pretty sure. I mean, Air Venturi will come slap me if I'm wrong, but at some point in time, it only makes sense for you to be able to buy a wood stock. And why wouldn't you want to? It makes the gun so much better. So I hope and pray that that is just, sort of on the horizon. So we'll see. Okay, so let's see. I'm not quite familiar with the size PC, so not concerned about that. Pick up one tomorrow. I enjoyed the expo too. Excellent. I'm glad you enjoyed the expo. So Mark is asking a question. You think there might be a pellet shortage? I've noticed a lot of places are out of stock. Okay, so we talked a lot about this at the expo. If you go to the roundtable discussions, I think, let me just flip over here. If you go to the home page and zip down to the roundtable, you have all of these roundtables, and specifically if you go to the one where we talked about the Predator pellets right here, so you have this one right there. Put my hat pretty little face there. All right, right here, Joe gets into what's going on with the pellet shortage. So we talked about that a lot, and I'll go through it a little bit right now so you guys that missed it can kind of know from this video or from this podcast when you listen to it. Okay, so there is a shortage, but it's not really a shortage. What it is unprecedented demand. Predator has shipped in more connexes this year already than they did all of last year. So first of all, it is an issue trying to get production because certain countries, for example, the Czech Republic, which I think is where the JSBs are made, they're still under COVID restrictions. So they actually don't have the personnel to make like they would normally. Then once they get it on a container, it goes to the port, sits there for several weeks, then goes on a ship eventually, and then it gets to the States, which sits in port for a while, then it goes on the dock for a while, then it goes on a truck or a train, and then so you're like weeks upon weeks upon weeks dealing with shipping delays. So you've got a kind of like this perfect storm, unprecedented demand. You have COVID restrictions that are still in place in many places where people just can't work, and then you have just this massive infrastructure shipping backlog. So it is a shortage in the sense of that you can't just go buy them like you used to. And what we're doing at Airgun Pro Shop, I've mentioned it many, many times, we have some pellets. We don't have a lot, but we have some. If there's a particular thing you need, we'll let you buy 2 tins per month until we can't sell them anymore. So I have 1813s, we're out. We're just done with those, but I do have some Hades. I do have some 22, 25 Hades. I actually have quite a few polymags, plenty of 30s, 35s, and that stuff. So I have a bunch of those, but we're limiting what we allow people to buy because I'd rather have everybody be able to shoot that wants to than one guy to just buy me out and then nobody else gets to shoot. So I wish more vendors would take that approach, and I'm encouraging you guys that are online stores or vendors, please impose some limits so that more people can have inventory and be able to partake of the sport. Because if you let somebody just buy it out, then you're just leaving a lot of people short. And I don't want to see that happen. All right, so let's see. Hopefully that explains what's going on. But that issue is not just pellet; it's everything. If you go try and buy certain guns right now, air guns right now, it's impossible to get them because either they can't get the stocks, or they can't get this part, or they can't get them here, or there's just a lot going on. Now there are some rays of hope in that. For example, I'm a dealer for Avenger, and I can get product from Avenger. I have to air freight it in, which means my cost per gun goes up by $100 a gun because of the freight. But at least I can get them, and I try and keep my prices because I sell direct. I'm not dealing with dealers in the middle anymore. We sell direct to consumer, so I'm able to reduce my price so that I can keep the lights on, but also put product in people's hands. So we have Avenger guns, and that is, we've got the 22, we have 22, 25, bummer. I don't have it in front of me. Just the new Max MLs, which are very, very cool guns. They're not semi-automatic, just a nice bullpup side lever, which are great. And 22 is really accurate, so I'm super thrilled about how that gun turned out. So we've got those. We have a couple Sniper 50 cals left. We have the Rex pistols and Rex rifles. So we can get those products. If there's something you want from Avenger, we can get them. And we're bringing them in every 2 to 3 months. It's not a problem. But it is air freight, so the prices are a little bit higher than I'd like them to be, but I can't really help that. It's the only way we can get them in. And then also we make our own gun, the SWA shotgun, which is awesome. You got to watch those videos. You got to see Joe absolutely lose his mind over the SWA shotgun at the live range. Gosh, that was funny. That was a hoot. So hopefully that helps people understand that the shortages are what they are. And gosh, people are working really hard because they'd like to sell you product. They just got to have it. Okay, so let's see what else we got. So Daniel says, I'm astonished at how COVID got people on air guns all over the U.S. and other countries. Amazing to see people getting into the sport. Yes, I agree. And, air guns have been awesome. I found them awesome because I had a hard time being able to go shoot my firearms. And guess what? People that can't go shoot their firearms are finding air guns are awesome. So, yes, I think they're awesome, and I'm glad more people are thinking they're awesome. And hopefully the videos I do and the talks and discussions we have here help people continue to see how just awesome they are. So that's awesome. We need to say, where's Joe? We need to have him say, was it amazing? Yes, we need that. I'm going to do a shirt for Joe. If you guys watch any of the Expo videos with Joe in him, he likes the word amazing, buddy. He does like that. Doug's asking me, what is your favorite caliber you find personal shooting? I'm guessing what is my favorite caliber I like. Gosh, I need to comb my hair. Goodness. Okay, don't look down. If I just target shooting, I really like a 22 or 177. If I like shooting long range, I like a 22. 25. And if I'm hunting, 45 is probably my favorite. Although the new 50s have me interested. And I want to say thank you to Nielsen Ammo, who sent me a box of ammo for my hammer. Dude, thank you. I was going to email you. If you guys want cool ammo, definitely look up Nielsen Ammo because he's got some very pretty bullets. But he sent me a box of slugs. I didn't even ask for them. So, dude, thank you. I'll be reaching out and letting everybody know that you sent me this ammo, and I need to talk to you about some other ammo too. So thank you. I appreciate it. And if you guys, anybody who talks to him, let him know that I gave him a shout out on the video tonight because I'm going to reach out and get with him probably later this week. Let's see. Goodness, tons of questions, guys. Thank you. When is the beam and underlever going to be in the Airgun Pro Shop for sale? They were supposed to have shipped, but I haven't received confirmation. Let me tell you how beam and marksman works. All right, so it's fun. It's sort of like, you go to the store and there's your stuff, and you go, wow, I didn't expect it to be there. So I don't know. I'm going to reach out to them tomorrow and say, hey, I ordered those underlevers. When are they coming in? And hopefully I'll have an answer. As for the Pro Shop and inventory availability, let me tell you what I would suggest. Subscribe to the Airgun Pro Shop Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, because whenever we have it's in stock announcements, I just publish it there, and then it goes and I put a link to it, and it's gone very, very quickly. So that's the best way you're going to get notified. I don't try and keep waiting lists and all that other stuff. I just can't. I don't have the time to do it. So but if you subscribe to the Airgun Pro Shop Facebook page and Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, then you're going to get notified when something has new up and it's available to purchase. We'll drop it right in there and you can get it. Let's see. Gosh, I got to find where we stopped the questions here. Vortex pellets have been MIA. Yeah, I can imagine. Let's see. Yes, the old Crossman carton of pellets. I remember those days. A gentleman's got his Lishi too. That's one of those guns I would like to play with. On Break Barrel, we just went through the whole pellet shortage thing. Take a look at if you go to the Airgun Expo, go to the roundtable segments, and then watch the second roundtable, which was our talk with Predator Pellets. You'll get an idea of what's going on. It's just unprecedented demand, issues with shipping and production, but there's just been a lot. But I will say that there are things in the work with other brands that may be coming in to sort of offset some of the shortages on one side. You may see some stuff coming up on another, so we'll see what happens. Let's see. Guy's got a Wildcat. Nice gun. I've definitely shot those. Those are pretty good. Will Joe trade some pellets for an SWA? I think Joe is probably Joe probably do just about anything. I think he offered to sell me one of his kids. But no, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Joe's probably going to get an SWA. If he can go kill some stuff with it, that'll be pretty cool. So, yeah. Joe, they're struggling over there. So I'll look forward to talking to him shortly. He's got to come out. We'll just hunt. If I get Joe to come back out, we'll just go hunt coyotes and just let all the pellet woes go away. We'll see what happens on that. Let's see. There are bullet molds available. So Gavin's saying, which are bullet molds available for air guns? Well, let me just say this. I think what you can find now, if you're shooting small bore, there's actually people swedging. Let's go back to Nielsen. He swedges, if I have the term right. It says so you squish it and make pellets. I think he actually makes small bore ammo. So, I mean, there is ammo available. This may not be a JSB 1589, but there is ammo available, and it may be more than you're used to paying, but you can still shoot. And these alternatives that are coming up, I think, are going to be very interesting because, like what we talked, one of the things we talked about at the show, at the expo, was that we had all of these little boutique manufacturers coming up. So where you would have a Gammo or an Umrex or a Crossman. Well, you've got all these other little companies that are right here in the States making product because they can make it here locally and provide it, that are coming up. I think you may find the same thing with ammo. Now, there was somebody that said maybe we should just make pellets here in the States. Well, Joe addressed that as well, as the EPA requirements and the governmental restrictions to be able to do that on a big scale is pretty significant. So to try and do that is probably pretty tough. And Bigfoot's talking about pricing. Yeah, look, it's going to be expensive to shoot for a while. But it won't be $2 a round. I mean, if I wanted to go get ammo for an AR that I may or may not own, pricing was $2 a bullet. I'm like, wow. I can still shoot a lot of air guns for what the cost of ammo is. So it's there is going to be an adjustment that if you want to shoot, it's going to cost you a little bit more money. But that's going to be the cost of going out and shooting. So at least for the short term. So. Okay. Let's see. Well, I think we pretty much caught up. Yeah, somebody's talking about pellets on eBay. Yeah, people are probably selling pellets on eBay. I hope they're not trying to gouge and scalp people. So, but I think there's a lot of that going on. It's unfortunate, but it is a lot of that going on. Angie's saying, I've got some Nielsen ammo, and he's got from 177 to 50. I only have slugs, so as far as pellets go, I don't know. When I say pellets, guys, I'm talking about when, like Nielsen, I don't think he makes pellets. Forgive me if you do. I just don't know your products that well. But I know he makes slugs, small bore slugs. We'll see. Well, I mean, I know it's going to be good stuff. He has a good reputation of making good stuff. Now, in the big bore stuff, like I have 25 cal slugs. I have 30, well, they're 308 slugs. 454, 455, 457, excuse me, 495 and 510 I have in big bore cast ammo that I have, which is Hunter Supply ammo, and I'm a distributor for Hunter Supply. So if round ball, like in big bore, is surprisingly awesome for hunting and accuracy, I mean, then you don't need all that fancy stuff. You just shoot cheap round ball, which is very, very effective. So big bore stuff we're going to be able to get. Price is still going to be higher than it's used to be, but we're going to be able to at least get it. And I actually have to get an order in with them. So there we go. As far as a factory in Mexico, maybe, gosh, but I don't think people understand the investment that you're talking. It'd be talking tens of millions of dollars to set up a plant to make pellets on the scale you're trying to talk about in Mexico. I mean, I don't know, but just the machine and the tooling and raw materials would be a huge undertaking. But maybe somebody will do it and we'll have more pellets and we know what to do with. That would be awesome. So Ian, yeah, I would imagine that the DPMS would do well. I mean, people would love that gun. I enjoyed shooting the one that I got to review, so that was pretty cool. So as far as Mendoza, and I'll get back to the Russian big bores too. So Mendoza was actually a favorite brand of mine. I wish they were still making guns. Maybe they are. They're just not being imported anymore. But I have the Venturi Bronco, which is made by Mendoza, was just a phenomenally good gun. I love that gun. So Russian big bores. Well, I know Ottoman was working on one last SHOT Show because I saw it there. So not sure if they've just been stymied due to the same restrictions that we're running into everywhere else. I guess we'll find out. But I mean, Ottoman makes some really cool stuff. Their big bore 35s are already pretty awesome. So we'll see if they can pull the 45 off. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't know enough about what's happening over there and whether or not we're going to get much coming that way here in a while. So, what do you think about AT&T X-Sight Pro as an air rifle scope? Dude, I love it. If, caveat, it's a great hunting scope. I would not use it for precision target. The reason is it's just not that precise. An electronic viewfinder in that is not going to be as precise as an optical reticle type setup. So as far as a hunting scope, it is my favorite scope to run. As far as if I'm wanting to capture my footage and so forth. It's awesome. I love it. And the fact that I've got a couple extras now from ATN means that I can put more in my guns and go out and do some more hunting. So I'm excited about that. So very, very cool. So Frank's talking about, so we'd like to try some pellets with a better BC. I think probably, Frank, maybe some of the new slugs that are coming out will get you better than what you're looking for there. Yeah, Mendoza, I mean, boy, I really liked some of their guns. Oh well. Yeah, so prepping life, stockpiling is great. If you do it when there's plenty, stockpiling now is, I would say, is hoarding, and it prevents other people from shooting. So I'm not a fan of it. You know, that's just my personal opinion. Like it, don't like it. That just, I'm okay if you have a different opinion, but I mean that's where I come down on that issue. Let's see. Well, we've got just a bunch of things going on here with regards to ammo and other things. Thanks. Hunting is, yeah, back to the ATN optic. If you're going to hunt, dude, look at the ATN. X-Sight 4K Pro, phenomenally good optic. Just really, really awesome. So, I know Angie loves them too. So, any other questions about Airguns, guys? I mean, anything maybe from the show that you guys liked or you want to see some more reviews of? I haven't sent anything back yet. That's not true. I did send the 25 cal Woodstock Avenger. That went back. But I've still got... and I did send the... what was it? It was the little bullpup from Utah. The Catron, whatever it is. That's staying here. And guys, I don't know if you saw, but I bought the Red Wolf. I couldn't let it go. So we're gonna have some fun with that coming up shortly. So stay tuned for those videos. Those are gonna be pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to those. So yeah, on the 20 back to 20 cal, guys, just let it go. I don't know what to say. The 20 cal's not gonna make a comeback. If you've got one and got ammo for it, great. Shoot it, love it. Talk about how it's superior, awesome. And it is. I give it. It's superior ballistics and so forth. But it's not going to ever be mainstream again. And maybe I'm wrong and you guys will be thrilled to, say, haha, Rick, you were wrong. But I don't ever see the 20 coming back to mainstream. It's a great niche caliber, but it's not what I would call a low-hanging fruit for pellet makers to really go after that market. All right, so Angie, yes, the Catron is now part of my inventory. Isn't that awesome? I wonder if Angie, you're gonna be jealous, Angie? I'll find out if Angie's gonna be jealous. So, this is a good question. I'll let Angie reply here in a minute. KR Joy. Bucket list item would be wild boar hunting with a 35 cal. I know. This 20 cal issue, it gets people like all riled up. That's okay. That's all right. To get riled up. But it's never going to be mainstream again. I don't care. It's not going to happen. Guys asking if 35 cal will take pigs. It can. You really want to know your shot placement. I've hunted small pigs with a 35 and have had limited success. And I've had, I wish I'd say, oh, it was perfect shot every time. I actually had some really good shots. It didn't put them down. So I really, really hate that. Now it was a lower powered 35. It was about 130 foot-pounds, so 120 foot-pounds. So if you're pushing like, I've got a gun coming in hopefully soon, which is going to be from Viridian. Forgive me, Brian, if I get the name wrong. It's Viridian, I think. They make a conversion of the Benjamin Bulldog. They have the Bulldozer and then another one, and I forgot the name of it. I apologize. I'm getting those guns in, but we're pushing 300 plus, like mid 300 foot-pounds with a 357. That'll take a pig. But finding a 35 that's doing more than 150 out of the box is kind of tough. I mean, there are some that do it. Like even the Ottoman regulated is about 150 foot-pounds. So I think if you're going to go for hogs, you need more. So if you're shooting 35 with slugs and it's a good heavy slug and you're getting 300 foot-pounds, I say that'll work. If you're getting 150, I would say really know your shot placement and don't miss, because you'll probably wind up wounding them. So that's from experience on that. Let's see. How's that happen as far as getting the Catron, Angie? I'll tell you later. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Let's see. Jimmy's saying the Avenger in 25 or 22 is the best buy in PCP ever. Maybe not ever, but it's a very good buy. And I think you're going to have a hard time finding somebody that can argue intelligently against your statement there, because I agree with you. There are some caveats. If you're brand new to Airguns and you don't have anything to start, I think that the Origin's a better fit for a first Airgun. One of the things I was going to talk about, the Avenger, and you guys saying I've killed some wild pigs with a 35. Yeah, I'm sure you can. I have too. But I want bigger, especially if they're bigger pigs. I shot a 300 some odd pound pig with a 45. and it was not a one-shot drop. So, and that was a 400 foot-pound gun. So I want more in the tank if I'm shooting the little piglets or stuff. Of course, I've killed those with 25s. Not a big deal. But you know, you start getting over 100-pound animal, and you're having to shoot them at range. If you're only 30 yards away, that's pretty. I mean, that's very doable. But if you're 50 to 75 yards out, you want more in the tank. I'm just saying. Let's see. Somebody said something. Yeah, seeing people take pigs with. Let me just say something on this topic. Okay, I've seen. I'm gonna get back to the other thing in the Avenger in a minute. I want you guys to think about something. All right, when you watch bass fishing, do you see the hours they spend not catching anything, or do you see them catching a boatload of fish? I want you to think about that for a minute. When you're watching a hunt video on YouTube, they're hogs. Same thing. And I know they're not, but as far as I'm concerned, they are. If you're watching a hunt video, do you see all the misses and all the bad shots, or do you only see the good shots? You see, what I haven't been involved in TV shows like on broadcast TV and my own videos, and both in, you know, product testing and otherwise. Do you think I'm going to show you the 5 shots that didn't work, or you think I'm going to show you the 1 or 2 shots that did? I mean, I think I want people to understand that when you see a guy shooting a hog, pig, or whatever with a 177 and he drops him first shot, I would like to know how many times they filmed that when it didn't work. So whether it is an accuracy test, and like what I've taken to, just purely because I don't really have the time like I used to have. This last Avenger video, the accuracy cards you guys saw or could go look at, I didn't shoot 15 cards. That was it. If you look at my target at the bottom of the screen, that target at the very bottom, that's my sight-in. The targets that you saw in the video that I showed you the shot cards from, that's what I got. I mean, that wasn't like after a day of shooting or the best cards. That's what I got. I mean, I put the gun up, sighted it in, shot my targets. That was it. And I'm really taken to doing that because it's really easy for me to go shoot for a day, get a perfect group and show you this is what this gun can do. And it would be honest, that's what it could do. But if I had to shoot 30 targets to get that one, is that really a good representation of the gun? So you may see my groups that are a little bit less than somebody else's. I'm not saying they're doing that. I don't know what they do. But I'm just telling you what I'm doing. You guys, if you watch the expo, you see all these. It's so funny. They called me the wind whisperer because I shoot in wind all the time. It's always 8 to 10, 15 miles an hour here. It's never calm. So that's just normal for me. So my groups are going to reflect, yeah, it's not calm. You're going to have a little bit bigger groups because of the conditions. But you get, I'm going to give you an honest representation. And that goes with everything. Whether it's the hunting videos I got going on, I don't like taking shots that I don't think are going to come out. That's why I don't do a lot of hunting videos. They're very time consuming, and I don't want to go out and wound stuff, and then just don't want to do it. And I'd ask you to think about next time you're watching an airgun hunting video. I mean, how many shots are they not showing you? Or you're watching a review and the guy shoots 100 yards and it goes on the size of his index finger. I mean, how many shot cards did it take for him to get that, or her to get that group? So I don't know what other people are doing. I know what I've seen done by certain folks. And so I know that this stuff happens. So but if you see a person taking a hog with a 177 or a 22, I mean, can it be done? Of course it can be done. Does it mean I'm going to go do it? No. Why would I want to? To me, it's bad form, personally. And hey, that's my opinion. If you have a different one, that's fine. You can disagree with me. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I'm fine for somebody to have a different opinion. If somebody is like super effective with a 22 at taking everything they need to take, that's awesome. More power to you. But that's a particular skill set that not everybody has, and setting people up to fail, I think, is problematic, and I personally don't want to do it. Anyway, let's see. Let me get off my soapbox for a little bit here. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we have any other questions. We're coming up to the sort of an hour mark here. Prepping, as far as CO2 goes, yeah, CO2 can come into shortage. There was a time, and I managed to get some for inventory. So if you do need some CO2, we do have some. I don't even know if I have it on the website, but you can email me at Airgun Pro Shop. I bought a couple boxes of a lot from my distributors. So I do have some CO2. If you find you need some, let me know. Happy to get you some. Some of you guys are certainly getting it with the whole old school airgun reviews concept. Was what I'm going back to. You know, I spent the last couple years working on that, get it down to 5 to 7 minutes, make it look perfect, only show what works. And I still want to, I don't want to spend a bunch of time showing you guys what doesn't work. That's, to me, it seems like a waste of time. But I do want to slow it down and provide more real life data and realistic data. And that means that when I shoot the gun, it's a quarter to half an inch bigger than when the next guy does it. Oh, well, I'm going to try and be genuine and honest with you guys so that you kind of have that expectation. So when you get it, maybe you shoot it better than me. That would thrill me. That would tickle me silly. Prepping, thanks for coming anytime, man. And if you need some CO2, look me up, airgunproshop.com, and I've got some, can get some too if you need it. Let's see. All right, so thank you guys for getting the whole point in my soapbox. Forgive me for kind of beating that drum maybe a little bit too much tonight, but it is something that's been on my mind of late. It's very easy as a reviewer to sort of fall into that mindset because really the sponsors ask you to, and I've kind of reached a point this year where the sponsors will support me or they won't, but I'm going to be me. And I'm going to stick to that. And if that means I do less, then I'll just do less. If that means that I get new sponsors that appreciate that different perspective, then hallelujah, I'll take on new sponsors and I'm going to just be me. And if that means I offend some people, well, I mean, I don't go out to do that. I really don't. But I'm not going to try and, well, I'm just going to try and be me. We'll just leave it at that. Okay. Let's see. Angie says she'll do the hunting. Thank you. Thank you, Angie. I appreciate you doing the hunting. And I don't have to. I mean, I don't particularly like going and sitting out in a mosquito-infested blind. But you go knock yourself out. I'll stick to shooting metal and paper. How's that? Will that work? Hey, Joshua. Sorry you missed the beginning. You can kind of catch up. It's been me rambling a lot, dude, so, forgive the soapboxing tonight. Next week, we'll have Airgun Guys. We'll be here for Airgun Guys. And Angie's maybe coming up, so we have Airgun Guys and Gal again, which is awesome. And I've sort of opened up the platform for those. I opened up the platform for other people, so we may have ATN back. We may have Joe back. I expect probably Tyler from Pyramid Air. I've made it available for those guys. Going to hopefully have more people come up here and partake of this discussion and have fun with everybody. But when it comes to this show, which is really Airgunwebtv Live, I'm going to be back in the studio, and we'll be back on Facebook, at least for the short term. And I know you guys have, well, some of you guys have a particular feeling on Facebook, and I don't know what else to do. But YouTube, threatening to shut down everything. If you touch something in the live stream they feel is offensive, then I really don't have any choice. So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up. A gentleman's asking me, why would you not don't that, Rick? Pertaining to, if you can rephrase your question for me, either email or otherwise, I'm happy to answer, but I don't understand your question, and I may have missed the relevance in what I was saying, so forgive me on that. Gentleman saying, okay, so I got a couple questions. Let me see if we can wrap these up here. Focused on low-cost air guns, extracting actually out of them, which is a challenge, but trouble shooting variables is amazing. How you can improve the accuracy. Going back to the old days of brake barrels. Boy, I had a lot of fun with those and getting the most you can out of them. It's amazing what tightening any stock screws will do for you. All right, so I gotta quit now, guys. It's been an hour, so we're gonna drop off here. Thank you so much. This has been a really great night. I wasn't sure what we were going to talk about tonight, but obviously you guys had plenty to talk about, and I guess so did I. The one thing I was going to say, maybe we'll save it for the next time, is I want to talk about the Avenger and its adjustability and how I think personally that's a trap. I'm going to leave it right there. We'll find out what that sort of comment brings to the table next time we get together. Guys, that's going to be it for me. I want to say thank you to everyone that's come up here and hopped on. And if you have questions and comments, throw them in there. I'll do my best to try and get to them as I can. Remember, go fill out that contest and to win the Umarex Surge Max. That is an awesome little brake barrel. It's going to give it away for free. And Gateway to Airguns and Airgun Web Media Group, we're giving away 1,000 pellets with the gun. So go fill that out. I'm going to grab this link again, copy, and drop it in here, contest link. Please go fill that out. Let them know you guys are watching and that you appreciate them supporting the channel and what they're doing. I really need your help that way, guys. So thank you so much. That's it. We're out. See you guys. Bye, Angie. Bye, everybody.